Hey everyone, good morning. Welcome to day 3 of pre-calculus.
Good morning, Miss Adana.
Good morning, August. All right, so day 3, everyone. After today, there'll be one more day of pre-calc. These mini modules, they're gonna go very, very fast. Good morning. Good morning, Jorge. Yeah, second to last day, everyone. Especially for seniors, your May is gonna go really quick. Juniors are probably like, yay, summer. Oh, yeah, Saladi, good afternoon. Yeah, in Mexico, the different time zone. All right, y'all. So let's go into our check-in to see who we have here. Okay, so the other days we talked about taking some risks. So remember what risk you wanted to take for this mini module. The other day, yesterday, we had affirmations. So some positive affirmations to get you ready to like revise work and get into that zone. And then today, I want you to think about what's something you're proud of during this distance learning year, like overall. It could be anything. It doesn't have to be math related. It could be like overall, just like anything. So this is the time to be proud, to boast, and to not be humble. So basically, what are you proud of yourself during this distance learning year? Go ahead and think about that, and then we'll stick it in the chat and take attendance from there. Yo, I don't know, Jorge. I mean, that sounds cool. I have no idea about the donuts. Okay, we have, I am proud of keeping my grades up. Maria said yes. I don't know about the donuts or the grades up. I'm proud of actually learning something in some of my classes. Yeah, it was difficult, but I liked it. My grades are good. I'm also very surprised. We're learning despite this. That's crazy, and that is something to be proud about. I'm proud I kept my grades up and did not give up. I'm proud of getting through the year with passing grades. That is something. That shows such resilience for this year, for this class. Yes, juniors and seniors, so class of 2021 and also class of 2022. A lot of resilience on y'all. I'm proud of the many new things I tried. Yeah, we did a lot of new stuff. Proud of all the work and keeping my grades up through the difficult times. That's right. Okay, your brother got donuts. Interesting. I had no idea or have not heard about these donut things. For my grades, I tried my best. I get the best. I am proud of making strong friendships with my teachers, even though it's virtual. Oh my gosh, yes, I agree with that. Keeping grades high and not having to deal with a few ignorant people. That's right. So keeping a good attitude, surrounding yourself with positivity. I love it. I was able to raise my grades even though I'm a big procrastinator and lazy. LOL. Hey, that's something to be proud about though. So congrats on raising your grades. Proud of the work I've done. I'm proud of being able to work and do school. Dang, yeah, that's huge. Working and doing school. Yes. Period on that. So I'm proud of everyone for getting through this year. That's right. It's like crazy. Like I didn't get to do the same thing. Like I had a regular old senior school year at my high school. So oh yeah, and juniors. I know there's juniors in here. And so yeah, that's amazing. Just going to class. I love that, August. Just, showing up to actual class, even though it's virtual, it's so dang hard for everyone. Yes, facts. I'm proud of everyone. We got a shout out for Jorge's cute dog. Oh, okay, Francisco. So Sheridan, something about the Krispy Kreme seniors. Oh, okay. So that's legit, everyone. For seniors, get yourself some Krispy Kreme dozen donuts. All right. Oh, wow. Okay, thank you for pasting that too. May 13th? Oh, okay, y'all, that's the day. If they wear the chain that describes as a graduation swag, a cap and gown. Oh, so a cap and gown, a class of 2021 apparel, 2021 Letterman jacket featuring senior status, or a 2021 class ring. Y'all get your donuts if you're nearby a Krispy Kreme. That's cool. Wow, for those just coming in, Here's our check-in. What are you proud of during this very long and hard distance learning year? Please put it in the chat so that I can mark you here as well, and so I don't miss you. Thank you so much for so far all of y'all who shared. That is so, it's really great. You gotta actually just not be humble. You gotta be really, really proud of yourselves. You gotta show that off. You're very strong year. Let me just make sure I'm marking us here. I was getting too into reading all your successes. All right, y'all, let me see. This is who we don't have, and please correct me if I'm wrong. So let's see. We don't have, we do not have Ariana, Tyree, Janet, Miles, Alicia, Marco, and that's it. So that's what we don't have. Oh, what are y'all saying in the chat? Oh, I gotta walk in with my cap and gown. My cap barely. Hey, just for some donuts, man. And imagine you go there and like, sorry, this isn't a participating location. They better participate. Okay. Oh, and you're gonna miss my checking questions. It's so hard to come up with them, but thank you. Thank you. Okay, okay. I mean, a lot of you are ready to head on out, so that's really great. So let me go ahead and mark who's absent. So I see you, Ethan. So I have Ariana's absent, Tyree's absent, Janet's absent, Miles, Alicia, Marco, and that's it. So I'm gonna go ahead and submit, let your friends know to come on into class. And we're gonna go ahead and get started on today's work. That's hilarious. I know, right, Maria? Like you just show up with a cap and gown and they're like, sorry, you still got to pay for those donuts. No. Okay, call ahead. I would call ahead and be like, hey, are you, just to make sure. But yeah, how are you supposed to know when there's a participating location though? I would call. All right, y'all. Let me know if anyone gets their donuts next time we meet up. So our agenda here today is I just took attendance. I'm going to review today how we get our credit. We're going to wrap up the peer feedback we started on and then jump into that Padlet reflection that we didn't get to the other day. Then we have a similarities and differences activity for question number 3 and some revision time in class. So just get yourself some time to revise, hopefully. So we'll see. I think we will have time though. So y'all, how are we gonna get credit today? Let's see what today's credit's gonna look like. And by the way, I didn't yet enter day 2, if you're curious, but here's today's day 3 participation credit. Here's how it's gonna look like. There are 2 Padlet prompts that you're gonna respond to, so make sure that you respond to them, put your name or initial. We're gonna go back to the document where you're supposed to give 2 comments on 2 different peers' work. We're gonna go back to that because I just felt like my instructions weren't 100% clear that day. And it's like I went into groups and I was muted and I was giving instructions. And so for me, it's like I feel like we got to go back to that. So that's why I didn't actually input the grade for that. So we're gonna kind of go back to that. And if you already did this part, like good for you. That means you get to kind of just relax a bit or just revise a little bit. Lastly, for today's credit, try your best. So just give it your best shot. So again, there's gonna be some Padlet, some feedback, and all of this, raise your grade for sure. You will get an A if you're on point today. So yeah, let me know if anyone has questions about today's participation credit. Let's get that credit. Let's go ahead and go to today's stuff. Wait, let's see, there's some stuff in the chat. Yay, Francisco gave a list of participating locations. Oh, it's okay. Hey, gotta get those donuts. Y'all, those are the participating locations. Thank you. So they can't say they aren't participating if you show up in a cap and gown. Yes. I love it. Sorry, I'm trying to. Awesome. Okay, sorry. It's okay. So, yes, get those donuts, check out the chat, participating locations. All right, y'all. Hopefully, there's one near your home. I have a Krispy Kremes, but I'm not graduating. Okay, so the things you want to have open during our sessions, of course, big ideas packet, references to all like formulas, definitions, they're all there. If you did your mini final, you want to have a copy of that open if you have not yet transferred it over to the revision doc. So those are just your resources as a reminder. We're just going to continually be referencing those during our last days together in class. Yeah, the Padlet link I'm going to be sending soon. So do not worry. Padlet link is coming up in today's session. So check it out, y'all. So feedback groups, like I said, you know what was great about the day that I felt like I was muted and I felt like my instructions weren't clear? It was funny because that day my affirmation was, I will make mistakes to learn. So for me, it was okay. I felt good that day because, I was expecting to make mistakes in order to kind of better guide us. So yay, we're gonna go back into this. So feedback groups, we're gonna finish our feedback for the next 8 minutes. So everyone's mini final is gonna be linked in the Padlet that I'm gonna reshare right now in a second. It's gonna be on column number 4, so you'll know where to access everyone's work. Number 2, if you did not start the mini final, you can still get credit today because all you're doing is you're looking at 2 different peers' work, making 2 comments on there. You could make comments as questions, clarifying questions, or even props to their work, and you could still get today's credit. After y'all do that for the next 8 minutes, just making sure you finish that up, we're gonna come together, we're gonna respond to reflection questions on the Padlet. If you're already finished, you're gonna just use this next 8 minutes to go ahead and review your comments and kind of refresh yourselves. You can even click on other student samples to check out everyone else's work. And timer is gonna be on the iPad screen. So that's what's gonna be happening soon. And I'll get you all the Padlet link. You're lucky, Jorge. Okay, y'all are lucky you have one near your house. Yes. Okay, everyone. So, this is not where we're going. Okay, so this is what we're going to be doing in the next 8 minutes. Now, the Padlet link is period 1, right? Let me go back to instructions. So I want to make sure I keep the instructions up, and then in the other window, I'll have the timer so that you know what we're doing. Yeah, you can use the baño, but make sure when you come back from the bathroom, you do your 2 comments. Yes, totally. Here's the Padlet, everyone. So let me go to it with you to just review what we're doing. I'm going to give an example, just make sure I'm clear. And then, yes. So you're going to check out on our Padlet, column number 4 right here. So right here, I'm going to click on what I linked. I'm going to open in a new window. So right now we're just making sure that we followed the directions from the other day. We just didn't have enough time as well. So let me give you an example of how we're doing this, just to kind of remind you. So let's say I'm Miles. So let's say I'm Miles. My job to get today's credit or to get the credit for feedback portion is I'm going to comment on Kayla's and Bianca's mini final. My job is I have to make 2 comments on Kayla's and I have to make 2 comments on Bianca's. Overall, for Miles to get full credit today, he's going to be making 4 comments overall. So 2 for Kayla, 2 for Bianca on their mini final. So mini final should be linked. So I made this 2 days ago. I know Dennis has one. I still have to link yours. So there's a few folks that I have. I just have to link them up. But if you don't see that you can't access it, don't worry about it. Just make comments for the folks that you can. Again, 2 other folks, 2 comments on each one. That's what we're going to be doing for the next 8 minutes. So let's see if there are questions. Oh, you were never to find this thing I was on to make comments. Okay, perfect. I'm going to go ahead and share this in the chat so that everyone knows what document we're on. I'm going to copy link. So here's where we're on. And then, oh, yay. Thank you, Francisco. You shared it already. Awesome. I'm going to go ahead and type out the directions. If anyone's thinking of questions, feel free. Thank you so much for that. So for the next 8 minutes, we're going to make sure that we commented on 2 different peers' work. 2 comments each. So overall, you're doing 4 comments.
Mr. Donna, I got a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
We have to make 4 comments in total, but for the people in our group.
That's correct. Yes. Yes, perfect. So on 2 other peers' comments, peers' work. So I put in the directions as well. Yeah, so in your group, so notice how like group 1, we have group 2 and so forth. So just make sure, and if you already completed the assignment, because you already did it, that's awesome. I'm gonna also make sure I link up work that I have, because I know I have Dennis and I have Marjorie's. Let me know if I'm missing your work and you have it though as well. But otherwise, even if you didn't do one, you could still get your credit. You just got a comment.
How do you make comments on
Okay.
them?
For sure. Let me go ahead and explain. I don't know who was talking right now, but yes, how we make comments. Let's see. Let me go to Aisha's to just give an example. So how do we make comments on documents? It's a great question. So let's say there's a part that I want to prop in Aisha's work. So I'm going to make a comment as a prop. You could do that, or you can make a comment as constructive, kind feedback. So let's say, let me go down to her number 2. Maybe I really like the fact that Aisha included a definition to tell us a little bit about how to find the period. So when I highlight it, this pops up, a little comment thing, it's in blue. I click it and I could add a comment. So I could say, I like how you included a definition.
It doesn't allow me to do that.
Oh no, okay, well, hold on. Okay, so highlight and then, okay, so you don't see this thing pop up?
Nope, it just
Okay.
says request edit access.
Request edit access. Okay, so you don't have access to it. Whose
No.
are you looking at?
I'm looking at August.
Okay, so it could be that I linked it and hold on. I think I have to update the link if you don't have edit access. So that was probably on my end. And if anyone has any of that issues, let me know. Feel free to get started though, everyone. If you understand the directions, I'll go ahead and help out here. So let's see. It's probably this. I'm pretty sure it's because I didn't link this right. Yeah, see it says everyone can view. I'm going to change this to make sure that we can comment. So I'm going to copy the link and I'm going to update this for August's. Try it now or try refreshing your page. And hopefully that works. All right, awesome. So let's see.
It works.
Yay, thank you so much. Awesome. So I see 8 of us on here. So I see Dana, Jorge, Juliana. I see Kimberly, Maria, Joshua. I see Dennis, and I see Ethan. Feel free, if you do have a mini final and your group can't see it, like, feel free to share it in the chat. But either way, everyone can still get comments today. I mean, credit today, as long as you make 2 comments to 2 different peers' piece of work. So that's what we're doing right now for the next, let's go ahead and do that for the next 8 minutes. And if you're done already, just review the comments you've made and just refresh yourself on how other students are thinking, because we're going to be going to a reflection next. So on my other screen, I'm going to go ahead and spotlight my timer. All right, let's go ahead and begin. I'll be here for questions, everyone. We have about 2 more minutes, everyone. I did update some links if you want to refresh that main document. 2 more minutes, and then we're going to jump into Padlet reflection. All right, everyone, welcome back. Let me take the spotlight off my timer. Welcome back. So I really loved that I gave y'all more time so I could see that many of us understood the directions and like were able to give feedback. So see if I click on here, I could see like, for example, I see changes were made by a peer, a group mate. So, that's how I could tell that, we were able to engage with each other's work, we're able to make our comments and so forth. So that's how I usually kind of go about, giving our grades, just making sure that you're engaging and you're doing your overall 4 comments. So now we'll be ready to enter this into Power School, give you all your credit. So thank you so much. But we're not done yet, right? So you all had an opportunity to take a look at some student work. Now, some of you already kind of went up here, read these directions. I think 2 of you knew what to do after this. But now is where we're going to go ahead and go onto the Padlet and we're going to reflect on the work that we just looked at. Let me reshare the Padlet link for everybody just in case if you closed it. So we're going to go to column number 5 and there's some reflection questions for you there. I want to give us like 6 minutes to now reflect on what we gained from looking at each other's work. So if we go to column 5, here are the prompts. Now, you don't have to recopy the sentence or anything like that. You just have to answer the question. So for number 1, how is your approach or thinking about the problem different than your partner's? If there was any differences, what did you learn from your revision partner? If you did, you could be honest and be like, I really didn't learn anything. That's okay. What revisions do you plan to make or not? So just answer these reflection questions honestly. So I see right here an exemplar. Gianni went ahead and answered this. We have Maria. Oh, okay, y'all. Okay, look at this. We got Niara, we got Dana. Make sure you add your name. There we go. We got Joshua. So I'm gonna give the rest of us 6 minutes to go ahead and take the time to complete column number 5. Let me know, does anyone have any questions about what we're doing for our next part of today's credit? Let me know if there's questions. So it looks like I got to spotlight the timer again. So I'll see you all in 6 minutes, but I'll be here if there's questions. Hi, everyone. Welcome back. So I hope y'all had a nice reflection time in these 6 minutes. I saw many of us here. You wrote your name. I see responses. Awesome, awesome. So again, just a reminder for today's credit, do not forget to add your name or initial. Okay, actually, I still see a few folks writing. So sorry, I want to make sure I don't cut this short. So I see a few folks still writing down here. So let me actually, I'm sorry, let me go ahead and give y'all 1 more minute to wrap it up, and then we'll come back. So I don't want to rush anyone. Reflection time is so important. So I really value that. For those who are done, feel free to look through your peers' reflections. So let's have some more time. All right, everyone, we are coming back. Welcome, welcome. So I'm so excited to take the time to look at how the process was for you and looking at each other's work. I think that's like the best way we could kind of learn more about our own work. Let's jump back in to the next, and I think it's the last thing, everyone. Let's take a deeper look at question number 3. So I'll be honest with you. When it comes to office hours and stuff, question number 3, I need to do a good stretch before we jump in. So it's the one that's actually has all the math in it, actually. Sorry, let me add a spotlight to myself. Okay. So question number 3, and this is going to be your last participation credit, y'all. This is the last one, so we're almost there. So question number 3 was all about creating an equation to represent your sound wave. So you're trying to match it up. You're trying to recreate this wave. Notice how it had to have the same period / frequency. It had to have the same amplitude. It had to match up the same phase shift, vertical shift as your sound. You were also instructed to go to Desmos and graph it and then like kind of compare if they look the same. Then there was these 2 questions. Does it resemble your original sound? If not, can you change it to make it more similar? So that was what question 3 was all about. Let's take a look at 2 sample student pieces of work. We're gonna be doing the last routine, similarities and differences. So let's see, y'all. So we're gonna go back to the Padlet. Same old Padlet, everyone. So I'm just re-putting this in the chat again, just in case, you never know. If you accidentally closed your window. Yes, wear the cap and gown, Francisco. Wear it to get the donuts. Yeah, free donuts. Okay, so on column number 6, Similarities and differences. So what you're going to do is jot down what similarities or differences you see between these two pieces of student work. So you actually got to click and open the document to be able to see the student work. So if it helps, I could also just put this into the chat so you know what we're responding to on the Padlet. I'll do that. And make sure I share it. It's loading on my side, but basically these are two responses about question number 3 from the mini final. So again, even if you did not do your mini final, you could still get your full credit today because all you're looking for is similarities and differences. Give me a sec, it's still loading. Oh, good. I see 2 folks on there, though. Awesome. I think this is Henry and Leslie. Awesome. Thank you for joining us on the document. It's in the Padlet. I'm going to just grab this for everyone else, just in case if we're having trouble. And there's like a little donut talk in the chat. All right, there's the document. So the first sample number 1 is right here. Now, if it's hard for you to see like anything, you could zoom in, you know, like this, or you could zoom out. And there is their little explanation. So as I mentioned, question number 3 is the most math heavy question. You got to actually back up your evidence with some math because you're creating an equation. So this is sample 1. If you scroll down to the second page, you will see sample 2 that's down here. So here's sample 2. And I was not able to get the full screenshot, but they do have their wave there with an equation. So here are the 2 student samples. You're going to go ahead, read through it, analyze it, and then we're going to transition into the Padlet and we're going to jot down similarities and differences on column number 6. So I'm going to put the directions in the chat, but first go ahead and read through this. Take 2 minutes. Let's read. Then I'll move everyone onto the Padlet. So let's read on the document for 2 minutes and just analyze. Let me know if there's questions, but let me put the directions again. There's our directions, everyone. So first, take a minute or 2, look through this document, see what's similar, what's different. Then we're going to transition into the Padlet and let's write this down. All right, everyone. So that was 2 minutes just on the reading and analyzing. Now we should all transition to Padlet column 6 to go ahead and jot down what was similar or different. Now, some of you have already started this. Awesome. Now, if you haven't started, let's go ahead and take the next minute or two to go ahead and jot down what was similar, what was different. And then we're going to take a look at what y'all think. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. How do I, this technology. Okay, back to me. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the similarities and differences y'all noticed. We have both students have clear explanation. I agree. These were both really nice. Very explained. They tried to use evidence and backup. And this says along with images to get a better understanding of their work. They both explained their thinking. Oh, okay. A difference was the spacing in sample 2 is less dense than sample 1. So I would imagine perhaps in sample 2 was easier on the eyes to read. Definitely. They all had the same components and parent functions representing A, B, C, D, and both explain what they were solving for. One decided to write a big paragraph while the other one did step by step. Only the first student, mentions big ideas. I actually didn't note that, but thank you, Francisco. So that's a great thing to point out. Okay, whoa, okay, look at this. You could tell the structure of the text are completely different. One chose to break the explanation in one piece with color coding, and the other fit it all into one paragraph, and then which is harder for me to get a sense. So the paragraph has thorough references to the big ideas. Oh, what the paragraph has is references to the big ideas, and the paragraph also talks you through the way the structured one doesn't. So there's kind of like pros and cons, on the different ways that the students have written those both out. Both answer the problem correctly, completely, I think. Awesome. Let's see one more here. I think these are really great. I wish I could read them all. I'm trying to see if there's anything different. I think we're pretty much noticing the same thing about kind of the structure and ways of how each student was communicating their work. Isn't that wild, y'all? It's like when you get to college, the way different students are going to communicate and being able to kind of adapt to the different ways that we're reading work is going to be quite a skill. And I think it's great that y'all are able to already kind of analyze these. So make sure you put your name and initial here for your credit. Let's jump into today's checkout because we don't have time to revise today. That's okay. We'll do that in our very last day, y'all. One more day. Okay, our checkout is, what's your favorite donut? Since y'all want to talk about donuts. Yeah, no problem. So I put Krispy Kreme only has glaze. I don't know. I actually never went there. I said I like the maple ones and custard filled. I'm extra for the donuts. Okay. So we like, wow, there's a lot of you that like glazed, raised glaze. I'm thinking that's the fluffy glazed, right? Like the fluffy donut. We got the powdered sugar one. Maple and glaze. Yay, another maple fan. I don't know. I love maple. Really? So what about chocolate? Chocolate glazed. I like that one too. Any other custard lovers in here? I don't know if that's just me. That's extra sweetness on something that's already sweet. All right, y'all. Any burning donuts? So hopefully y'all get your donuts there. Thank you, Francisco, for sharing that thing was legit. All right, everyone. Y'all enjoy your lunchtime. I'm gonna let you go. Bye. Bye, everyone. Enjoy today. See you soon.